Yeah, now I feel more comfortable. Honestly, the first camp so hard. I just try to gain weight, do a lot of lifting program. But this camp, it's I stay in the same weight. I'm not like go down. Now I'm like real welterweight, and this camp I think is more easy. But I don't. It's not. You cannot say this easy, but because we're not lifting much. This fight, I will take more risk to finish my opponents because I like it. Finish finish my opponents, and this fight, I think, honestly, from the first time when I'm taking him down, I have chance to finish him because I saw his ground game. It's not so good. He have good strikings, long reach, long arm. He control the distance, always go back. But I see when I take him down, it's gonna be finish.
Islam Makhachev is just one victory away from surpassing a UFC record that has remained untouched for more than 10 years. Standing in his way is the biggest and most dangerous opponent of his.
Вот, пожалуйста, похота. У тебя следы этот перчаток, Ислам?
Да.
Ё.
Как будто не на матах, а в шахте работал. Bro, what is this?
It's a lot of sweat. Oh, the gloves.
The gloves, bro. Cold Dana, bro. What is this? China made or what? Or it's fake?
Can't do a workout and be lazy. You have to think you're tired. No, you have to train.
He did every round, didn't take any round off. Good job, man.
Okay, all right, guys.
Где правая рука? Завяжите ее нормально. Ты пока устаешь, он свежий. Аккуратно найди свою дистанцию. Когда ты настроишь, уже...
Может, надо вспоминать свои такие заготовки и больше их отрабатывать. То, что мы и делаем сегодня, в понедельник, всю тренировку мы делали отработки.
Before the world sees him step into the octagon against Ian Garry, it first needs to witness the relentless work that creates a champion. One. As the training camp progresses, every sparring session becomes more demanding. Islam refuses to ease off the pace, pushing every training.
Усман, работай, не стой, сам работай. Вот. Хорошо. Ну, а тут кто? Леле, до ноги. Коснуться.
Conditioning alone is never enough without facing world-class competition. That's why Islam brings in an Olympic gold.
Расслабься, если. Просто делай свою жизнь. Нет, эй, спину, руку. Эй. Есть. 1-0. Бокс.
Every fight has the potential to last all 5 rounds, so Islam and his team finish each stage of camp with brutal long distance.
Молодец, Ислам. Дорогу осилит идущие или бегущие?
Бегущий. Что накидываешь?
Так, Ислам, сбор закончился. Как пробежка?
О, последнюю пробежку на этих сборах сделали. Четко пробежали все в темпе. Вот. Зуба тоже бежит, что потом не говорили, что я до него докапываюсь. Все его ждем, как обычно. Молодец.
Sharing his analysis, Teddy Atlas points to Islam Makhachev's relentless grappling as one of the key qualities that separates him from the...
Makhachev is a monster on the mat. I mean, he could strike good too. He's solid, but he's a monster on the mat. I mean, when, you know, he's like, I mean, even a higher level, I guess, but Oliveira to me is a monster on the mat. Oliveira is a complete guy. I love Oliveira, real veteran, you know, legend, Hall of Famer. But Makhachev on that floor, he's at a different level.
However, Atlas believes Ian Garry presents a different kind of challenge. His height, long reach, sharp jab, confidence, and disciplined striking style can make it much...
It's hard to look at advantages when you're fighting a guy as dominant as Makhachev, because you just look at Makhachev's advantages. He's a monster. But then you look at Garry, you say, wait, there's an awkward cleverness about him. There's something about him. There's a confidence about him. But he's tall, he's long. He's a good striker, you know. And like I said, Makhachev is a pretty solid striker. He is, especially when he uses his jab. And he keeps his feet under him. He doesn't get out of position. He's always set. He doesn't really reach in too much, but he will a little bit.
Meanwhile, Ian Garry has revealed the mindset fueling his preparation for his clash with Islam Makhachev. He believes this approach has elevated his skills throughout camp and given him total confidence that he has what it takes to defeat.
I've been so focused on me and everything I want to do to be the best in the world, not what Islam can do. I know Islam's route to victory. I know what he has to do to try and get his hand raised in this fight. It's very simple. What I want to do is be the best version of me so I can cause him the most frustration, the most irritation, and I can have fun. So focusing on me, so I walk in there as confident as I've ever been.
Ian Garry has made it clear that he pays no attention to the opinions surrounding his personality, insisting he does not need approval or support from anyone. As fight night draws closer, his entire focus is on his own performance.
I couldn't care less. Ahead of my fight with Bilal Muhammad in Qatar, I walked out to booze. Go back and listen to the audio 30 seconds into the fight. Let's go, Garry, let's go. Dude, this sport is a pantomime. I couldn't care less what people think of me. What I care about is becoming the champion of the world and proving that I was right. That the dream I had as a 16-year-old kid growing up in Dublin, Ireland, I've fulfilled that dream. What anyone else thinks about me, it's irrelevant.
Now, let's shift our attention to Khabib's perspective. No one understands Islam Makhachev better than Khabib Nurmagomedov. He isn't just watching from the sidelines. He monitors every detail of the preparation. To Khabib, even the smallest training sessions are important. He points out that Islam has remained disciplined during his lighter morning...
Были последние тяжелые спарринги у Ислама. Очень хорошо поработал. Хорошо себя чувствует. И по весу тоже идет. По программе, по расписанию. Хорошие тренки были. Хорошие спарринги были. Тяжелые удары на груши. И в конце поборолись. Минут 25 в партере. Как обычно. Хорошая тренка была сегодня. Islam чувствует себя просто отлично. Alhamdulillah.
For me, it's gonna be fun day. For them, it's gonna be very hard days.
Ну,
можно сказать, с чистой совестью. Больше 2 недель я отпахал. Только специально подготовительный этап был. Больше работали над выносливостью, можно сказать, так грубо говоря. Делали также спарринги, все так же, но некоторые элементы добавили, там бег был у нас.
Khabib isn't simply observing the session, he's making adjustments. During the warm-up, he steps in to refine Islam's hand control from the back.
Он должен подбивать его. Он полез на шею. Он полез на шею, он не подбивает руку вперед. Он полез, я смотрю, он встал. Понял? Он должен подбивать ее. Он полез на шею. Опять на спину ложится. Руки снизу, надо на спину ложить его. Руки снизу, надо на спину ложить. Вот это не нужно делать. Вот, руки снизу и на спину ложишь. Вот, хорошо.
Head coach Magom Bagandov also has complete confidence in Islam, believing his abilities extend far beyond his wrestling. According to the coach,
Мое мнение, что он еще до конца не раскрыл свою стойку. Даже, в принципе, это и хорошо. Он может многих удивить. Даже смотрю я в интервью, многие говорят, анализ делают его стойки, о его ударной технике. Мое мнение, как тренер по ударной технике, он еще до конца не раскрыл свой потенциал. И в этом плане, да, он универсальный боец. И я жду того боя, где он себя покажет.
if Khabib is the heart of the team, Javier Mendez is the architect. He has watched Islam develop into a fighter who has become incredibly difficult to overcome inside the cage. Respect spreads quickly in the wrestling world, and Mendez recalls Olympic champion Gable Steveson praising Islam's...
Talking to Olympic champion Gable Steveson just the other day, and he was talking about Islam Makhachev. Man, he gave him massive props, talking about how he believes is Islam focused just on wrestling alone. He believes he'd be one of the top wrestlers in the world. That's pretty high praise, right? Coming from one of the, from such an esteemed gold medalist.
Yes, it's extremely high praise from an accomplished wrestler like him, who's an incredible talent. That's probably going to be the heir to the title. I've no doubt in my mind from everything I've seen of him. I think he'll probably win the title now. But anyways, yeah, no, it's a big honor for him to, praise Islam like that.
Javier Mendez admits that Garry is a legitimate threat in the striking exchanges, but he believes the fight will be decided.
He does well with Islam on the stand-up because he's rangy, he's tricky, all those. But on the ground, he doesn't. He does okay, but he doesn't survive on the ground. I don't think. I mean, well, okay, he might survive 5 rounds, but he won't get the best of Islam on the ground. That I'm 100% sure about that.
After Garry publicly predicted a 4th-round finish, Mendez dismissed the statement as nothing more than promotion, explaining that his team...
Very interesting prediction. You don't usually see someone predicting a finish towards the end of the fight. What do you think is really behind what Garry is saying here?
I don't know. Marketing? I'm not sure. I mean, it's good talk, it's good talk, but it's also short-sighted to if you really believed it, it's a bad thing to believe. That's why I always have my guys never go for the finish, always go for a 5-round war. Or if it's a 3-round, go for a 3-round war, because anything in between that, it messes up your brain pattern, and you go, just that little split second, you might have got caught with something, and I don't like that. So for me, I never like my fighters saying I'm going to stop them in this round. If they do, they do. But I'm saying I don't like it. I'd rather them say I'm going to beat them for 5 rounds, and that's it. If I get a finish, fantastic. But I don't want to predict the finish. I like it like that better, personally.
According to Javier Mendez, what makes Islam so difficult to prepare for isn't a single weapon. It's his ability to seamlessly change style.
With Islam, we just prepare him for anybody and anybody, so it doesn't matter what style. He can fight any style. That's why I've always said we can change Islam from minute to minute, second to second on how he fights, because he's that good everywhere. And he's one of the only ones that I can say that about.
With training camp now officially closed, the focus shifts to the experts who analyze the sport.
Oh, I'm going with Islam because he has a wrestling background, and it's hard to beat wrestlers. So Islam, he may just be one of the greatest fighters in the world right now. It's me and maybe him. So I encourage him to keep going.
A few weeks later, speaking from Moscow, Jones doubled down on that opinion. Even from thousands of miles away, he remained convinced that Islam's elite...
I assume that Islam's going to win that one just because of his wrestling pedigree. To be able to dictate if the fight's going to be standing or on the ground, it's a great gift. another guy with a strong team behind him, strong faith. I'm not rooting for anyone in that fight because I don't know either one of those guys on the personal level, but I'm assuming that Islam's gonna win. That's my prediction.
From the sport's biggest stars to its most respected analysts, the attention now turns to Luke Thomas. After breaking down the matchup between...
I think, for me personally, it's very, very difficult right now to pick against Islam Makhachev. This is not some grand revelation.
Next, Michael Bisping explains how the 6-foot free challenger has the tools to make this a difficult fight.
Ian Garry's very cocky. He believes in himself, and you might find that annoying and a little bit frustrating, okay? But he's a fighter. You're supposed to believe in yourself.
He's never fought someone as long and tall as me. He's not fought someone as fast as me. He's not fought someone who has the distance management, the boxing capabilities, the head movement that I did, but also the takedown defense. He might get me down. I hope he does, because I want to prove to the world that he can't submit me. I don't care if he's an internationally recognized master of Sambo or not. I'm going to bounce him on his skull. I'm going to take his title. I'm going to take his throne, and I'm going to finish that consecutive win streak. And I'll always be the guy that stopped history from happening.
But the biggest question remains, can Ian Garry survive once the fight reaches the ground? Bisping doesn't hold back.
Now, of course, the career of Islam is ridiculous. When you look at the last few fights that he had, the people on his resume, it's insane. Jack Della Maddalena, Renato Moicano, granted on a day's notice, and he made it look easy, got it done in just 4 minutes. Before that, Dustin Poirier submitted him. Alexander Volkanovski, 2 times in a row. Charles Oliveira, Bobby Green, Dan Hooker, Thiago Moises. When Thiago Moises was the real deal, when he was a contender, when he was coming up and he was very, very hungry. So as I say, he's on a run. The record of Islam Makhachev is 28 wins and 1 loss with 18 stoppages. And of course, if he can get a hold of Ian Garry and take him down, yeah, it's probably going to be easy. Ian will struggle to get back to his feet, and I don't think he can match Islam in terms of jiu-jitsu or submission grappling.
Finally, Chael Sonnen takes a broader view of the matchup, focusing not only on who gets the victory, but on what defeating Ian Garry would mean.
But is there ways that this fight could play out that would then lead us to believe that Islam's the GOAT? Maybe. If Islam was to go out there and dominate, think of what he did with Manny Moicano. It pains me, but I've even got to say Dan Hooker, he caught him in a position, he caught him early, but all the same, if he was to go out and just tie up Ian Garry and make Ian Garry surrender quickly, yeah, boy, that'd mean something.
Sonnen also examines the mental battle surrounding the matchup, explaining how Islam's public remarks, labeling Ian Garry.
I knew a wrestler, never went backwards, never got called for stalling. His name is Pat Smith. Became the first 4-time NCAA champion in history. The first one to do 4. And Pat Smith would be right here when the whistle blew. And the second the whistle blew, Pat was gone, backwards. He would then immediately cut an angle to the side. He would then come forward to stalk his opponent, and he would never back up for the rest of the match. The reason that Pat Smith's first movement was backwards wasn't so he got cautioned, and it wasn't to break the rule of wrestling. It was to tell the opponent, if you want me, you're going to have to come to me. He wanted the opponent to chase him. And if the opponent would chase him, then Pat could move, change elevation, and get in on his own shot.
And every sacrifice made alongside his team was enough. Will this night become another historic chapter in his career, or will it end in heartbreak? Does Islam continue his incredible run and match one of the greatest winning streaks in MMA history, or will Ian Garry pull off a stunning upset and shock the entire sport? Share your prediction below and tell us exactly how you think the fight ends. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the biggest stories and fight analysis.